Okay, this is video 3 from lesson 3. We are going to continue solving systems with elimination, but we are going to use word problems. We're going to look at word problems. Okay, so you have 28 coins that are all nickels and dimes. The value of the coins is $2.05. How many of each coin do you have? Okay, so our variables is what we need to define first, and that comes from the question. So how many of each coin do you have? So I want to know the number of nickels, and I want to know the number of dimes. Okay. So I get my first equation just by this number here. You have 28 total coins, so that tells me that n plus b equals 28. The number of nickels plus the number of dimes is 28 total coins. Then I have my other equation comes from the value. So a lot of times with elimination word problems, you have a total number and total value. And in this case, I need to know what the value of nickels and dimes are. So I know their total is $2.05. But I want to know what nickels are worth and dimes are worth. So you know nickels are 5 cents. So we have to write 5 cents with dollars because $2.05 is dollars. So that's $0.05. $0.05. So 0.05 nickels. And then dimes are 10 cents, so 0.10 dimes. Okay, so here's my system. It's set up. So what I want to do to solve is I'm going to multiply the top equation just by negative 0.05. So then I can eliminate my ends. I need the same number but opposite signs. So I'm going to write that down here. So it's negative 0.05 n plus negative 0.05 d equals negative 1.4. Okay, now I can add, and it's these two equations that I'm adding. All right, my ends eliminate. 10 plus negative 0.05 is 0.05. And 2.5 plus 2.05 plus negative 1.4 is 0.65. And divide by 0.05. And I get 13. Okay, so I shouldn't get decimals because you can't have part of a dime or part of a nickel. So you need to make sure that when you're solving these that your answers make sense. Okay, well I have a total of 28 and 13 of them are dimes. So that means that there are 15 left to be nickels. But I'll go ahead and plug that in so we can see that. So n plus 13 equals 28. Subtract 13, and we get 15. Now, with word problems, you don't have to write it as an ordered pair, but you need to answer the question. So there are, how many of each coin do you have? There are 15 nickels and 13 dimes. Okay, let's look at another one. Rhonda bought carrots and grapes at the store. Bags of carrots cost $1.25 and bags of grapes cost $3.10. She spent a total of $32.30 and about 14 bags. How many, so here's where our variables are, how many bags of carrots and how many bags of grapes did she buy? So those are my two variables. X is the number of bags of carrots. Y is the number of bags of grapes. Okay. So just like the last problem, there's a total number and total value equation. The total value equation this time is dealing with amount of money she spent. All right, so total number is just this here. She bought a total of 14 bags. So that's my total number equation. So x plus y equals 14. And you don't have to use x and y. You could define these as C and G if you want to use C for carrots and G for grapes. And then I need my total money equation. So she spent a total of $32.30. And now I need to put the value of the bags of carrots with x and the value of the bags of grapes with y. And so basically you need to make sure you put all the money in the same equation. So I have $1.25x, so 1.25x plus 310y. Okay? All right, well, I need to use elimination, so I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 1.25. Remember, it doesn't change anything as long as you multiply all of them by that same number. So 1.25x times 1.25y, negative 1.25x, negative 1.25y, and then 14 times negative 1.25 is negative 17.5. Okay, and then now I can add, and I'm adding these two. So my x's eliminate. Sorry, this is a little bit messy, but that's 310 plus negative 1.25. That's 1.85. And then 32.30 plus negative 17.5. That's 14.8. Divide by 1.85. And we get 8. Again, when you're talking about buying bags of carrots and bags of grapes, you're not going to buy just part of a bag, so it makes sense that this would be a whole number. Okay, well, if you bought a total of 14 bags and 8 of them are bags of grapes, then that leaves 6 to be bags of carrots. Okay, so answering the question, 6 bags of carrots and 6 bags of grapes. Oh, sorry, there were 6 bags of carrots and 8 bags of grapes. There's a total of 14. Okay, let's look at Unit 5, Assignment 7.